Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to unlock a part of English that will instantly make you sound more clear, more precise, and more confident. It's the key to talking about your dreams, your plans, your goals. I'm talking about the to infinitive, and we are going to master it together right now.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Take a look at these two sentences. She hopes to pass the exam, and he agreed to help us. Now, on the surface, one's about a hope for the future, the other is about a decision. But they share a powerful secret, a common piece of grammar. Do you see it?
You got it. It's the to infinitive. And I'm not kidding when I say it's one of the most powerful tools in English. Why? Because this simple little structure lets you talk about really complex ideas, your intentions, your plans, your decisions, with total clarity. It's a game changer.
So, let's start at square one. Before we can start using this thing like a pro, we need to know exactly what it is we're talking about.
Honestly, it could not be simpler. A to infinitive is just the word to, plus the basic vanilla form of a verb. You know, no ing, no ed, no fancy endings. To eat, to go, to study. And its main job? Well, it helps us talk about all the stuff that hasn't happened yet, our goals, our future plans, and the choices we make.
Now, here is the secret to really mastering this. You do not need to memorize a huge, boring list of verbs. No way. All you need to do is learn to spot the patterns. See, certain types of verbs just naturally attract a to infinitive.
First up, we've got the verbs for our dreams and our plans. I mean, think about it. Words like want, hope, plan, they're all pointing to the future, right? So it makes total sense that they're followed by an action that's still to come. She wants to study. The studying is the goal she's aiming for.
Okay, our next group is all about making a commitment. These are the words that signal a choice has been made. When you agree on something or decide or promise, you're locking in a future action. So in our example, they refused to cooperate. That cooperation is the action they made a firm decision against. And this group is all about how things look, or the effort we're putting in. You know, how does something appear to you? He seems to understand. What are you working hard to do? She attempted to climb. These verbs are all about what's going on in our heads or the energy we're spending to get something done.
All right, so you've got the basic patterns down. Ready to level up? Because this is where things get really useful in everyday conversation, when we start directing these actions at other people.
Check out this super powerful three-part formula. First, you have the verb, like encouraged. Then, you have the person you're talking to, the object. And then you have the to infinitive. So the teacher encouraged who? The students. To do what? To speak English. So many useful verbs follow this pattern, like tell, warn, and persuade.
Okay, this next part is my absolute favorite. This is where you go from just speaking English to really mastering it. There are a few very tricky verbs that totally change their meaning depending on if you use a to infinitive or an ing word after them. Let's dive in.
Let's start with the classic, stop. This one gets people all the time. If you stop to smoke, it means you were doing something else, maybe walking or working, and you hit pause for the purpose of having a cigarette. But if you stop smoking, that means you quit the habit for good. So one is a quick pause, and the other is a massive life change. Huge difference.
Try is another fantastic one. If you say try to open the window, it sounds like you're putting in a lot of effort. Maybe the window is stuck and you're really struggling with it. But if you say try opening the window, that's more like a suggestion, an experiment. Like, hey, it's kind of stuffy in here. Let's try opening the window and see if that helps. It's effort versus experimentation.
And finally, let's look at remember. If you remember to lock the door, you're talking about a task, a duty, something on your to-do list that you didn't forget. But if you remember locking the door, you're talking about a memory from the past. You can literally see a picture in your mind of yourself doing it. Future task versus past memory.
Okay, you've handled the core rules and even the trickiest verbs out there. Now it's time for the final polish. Let's just run through a few quick, special patterns that will add that last layer of style and precision to your English.
These are just super useful little shortcuts. You can pop a to infinitive right after question words like what, where, or how. Also after ordinal numbers, like first, second, or last. And it's perfect to use with adjectives when you're describing a situation, like it's important to, or someone's ability, like he's strong enough to.
And what about making it negative? Well, this could not be easier.
You don't need don't or didn't or any of that. You just put the word not right before the to. He decided not to go. She promised not to tell. It's so clean, so simple.
And one last thing, a little style tip. Using the to infinitive often sounds a bit more formal and very goal-oriented. Because it's all about purpose and intention, it's a fantastic choice for professional emails, for academic writing, or really anytime you want to sound focused and clear about your goals.
So there you have it, the complete guide to one of the most useful, versatile tools in the entire English language. You know the structure, you know the patterns, you even know the tricky exceptions and the style. You now literally hold a key to speaking more sophisticated, precise, and fluent English. So the only question left is, what have you decided to do with it today?